Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a vlog style book collection. So it's going to be really awkward to film because all my books are like down there all over my bed. I hope my shaking doesn't annoy you, but let's get into it. Sorry about the lighting. As you can see, maybe, I have a whole bunch of books on my bed from all different authors. So I've put them all to the one author. So let's start. So I am a massive book reader. Okay, so the first book is called The Poison Garden from Sarah Singleton. So Thomas has inherited a magical box from his dead grandmother which provides entry into a mysterious garden where the ghosts warn him that she was poisoned. For once she belonged to an arcane guild whose members each cultivated a garden and mastered the arts of poison, perfume and medicine. The remaining guild members jostle for power as one by one they are murdered. Can Thomas solve the mystery before he in turn is threatened? So yeah, that is by Sarah Singleton. That, I think, is the only book I have by her, by the looks of it. I also have The Hobbit. I won't go into that because you should know who that's by. Oh, I think, so next is a little box series called Dark Desires. So next we have Dark Desires. We have The Demon's Lexicon by Sarah Rees Brennan, which is magicians call up demons in exchange for their power. The demons can appear in any shape, show you marvels, promise you anything, until you invite them in and receive their mark. What happens next? First you get possessed and then you die. There is Dark Secrets by Elizabeth Chandler. That is, in Legacy of Lies, Megan has to stay with the uptight grandmother she wants nothing to do with. She's determined to get through the visit without any drama, but when she falls into a twisted love triangle with potentially fatal consequences, Megan may be caught up in her family's legacy in more ways than she realizes. So that's the second book in that one. Third book is called Teeth, I think. Tithe, which is that one, by Holly Black. So it says, Kay used to see fairies. They're still there, but Kay is not a child anymore. Now 16, she's dragged into the thick of their dangerous, frightening world, a realm where black horses roll beneath the sea, desperate to drown you. That's a bit scary. Where the sinister Thistle Witch divines dark futures, and where beautiful fairy knights are driven to perform acts of brutal depravity for the love of their uncaring queens. There, Kay finds herself an unwilling pawn in an ancient power struggle between two rival fairy kingdoms, a struggle that could end in her death. That's the third book. And then the fourth one is called Generation Dead by Daniel Waters. So the dead boy reached for her, his pale eyes glowing in the darkness. All over the country, teenagers who die aren't staying dead. Against her better judgment, Phoebe finds herself drawn to Tommy Williams. He's gorgeous, funny, and on the football team. And dead. But not everybody is accepting as Phoebe. There are those who would like to rid the community of the sinister phenomenon. I can't say that. Phenomenon? Whatever. And they'll stop at nothing to achieve it. And that was the last one in that little box series. So I have read all these, and I have had them for a while. Next we have an author called Amy Plum. The first book, I don't know what order they're in, but it says Until I Die, which looks like that. So Kate has chosen to leave the comfort and safety of her human life to join Vincent in the dangerous supernatural world he inhabits. For his part, he has sworn to go against his very nature and resist the repeated deaths that are his fate as a revenant, even though it will bring him immeasurable suffering. Desperate to help him, Kate's search for answers takes her from the glamorous streets of Paris to the city's squalid underbelly. But when she stumbles across a secret that could help overthrow their enemies forever, Kate unwittingly puts everyone she loves at risk and puts herself in the midst of an ancient and deadly war, not as a bystander, but as a target. And then there is Die For Me, which suddenly my sister Georgia and I were orphans. We put our lives into storage and moved to Paris to live with our grandparents. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that is part of that series. I have a whole bunch of Cassandra Clare books. This is the Mortal Instruments series. So we have the Mortal Instruments City of Bones. If you don't know what this is, it is on Netflix. It is Shadowhunters. So that is book 1. And then there is the City of Ashes, book 2. City of Glass, book 3. City of Fallen Angels, book 4. City of Lost Souls, book 5. And City of Heavenly Fire, book 6. So that is the Shadowhunters series on Netflix. However, if you do read the book before watching the series, if you are like me, you will get very annoyed at how they have played out some of the characters, especially Clary, but I'm not going to go into that. Next we have Becca Fitzpatrick, Crescendo. Then we have Finale. We have Hush Hush and Silence. So a little bit about these books. The noise between Patch and Nora is gone. They've overcome the secrets riddled in Patch's dark past. Bridged to irreconcilable, I don't know how to say that, worlds, and faced heart-wrenching tests of betrayal, loyalty, and trust. All for a love that will transcend the boundary between heaven and earth. Armed with nothing but their absolute faith in one another, Patch and Nora enter a desperate fight to stop a villain who holds the power to shatter everything they've worked for and their love forever. I'm surprised I read some of these books, to be honest. They sound so bad, but when you actually start reading them, they're pretty good. Anyway, next we have a book called Acid by Emma Pass, which is that one. So Acid, the most brutal police force in history. They rule with an iron fist. They see everything. They know everything. They locked me away for life. My crime? They say I murdered my parents. I was 15 years old. My name is Jenna Strong. Then we have Cynthia Hand, a book called Hallowed. For months, part angel, Clara Gardner trained to face the fire from her visions, but nothing prepared her for the choice she was forced to make that day. Now torn between her love for Tucker and her complicated feelings about the roles she and Christian seem destined to play in a world that is both dangerous and beautiful, Clara struggles with a shocking revelation. Someone she loves will die in a matter of months. With her future uncertain, the only thing Clara knows for sure is that the fire was just the beginning. And then we have Boundless, which is either the first or the second book in that series. Next we have a book called Awake by Amanda Hocking. I have no idea what happened to my voice just then. Okay, so strangers in town for the summer, Pen, Thea, and Lexi have caught everyone's attention, including the eye of a practical Harper, but it's her sister Gemma they've chosen. 16-year-old Gemma seems to have it all, carefree, pretty, and falling in love with the boy next door, but her greatest passion is the water. She craves solitary late-night swims under the stars where she can belong to the sea, but lately she's had company. Pen, Thea, and Lexi spend their nights dancing and partying on the cove, and one night Gemma joins them. She wakes groggy and on the beach the next morning and knows something has changed. Suddenly Gemma is stronger, faster, and more beautiful than ever. And as she discovers her new mythical powers, Gemma is forced to choose between staying with those she loves or entering a dark world brimming with unimaginable secrets. For some reason, I cannot talk. And then we have Lullaby, which looks like that, which follows on to that story as well. The next author that I have is Lauren Cates. These were definitely some of my favourite books. They are the Fallen series. Okay, so before Luce and Daniel met at Sword and Cross, before they fought the Immortals, they had already lived many lives, and so Luce, desperate to unlock the curse that condemns their love, must revisit her past incarnations in order to understand her fate. Each century, each life holds a different clue. But Daniel is chasing her throughout the centuries before she has a chance to rewrite history. How many deaths can one true love endure? And can Luce and Daniel unlock their past in order to change their future? Next we have Torment, which follows on to that series as well. And then we have The Betrayal, which is part of that series. Absolutely love that one. It's so purple and pretty. Next we have one by Thomas E. Snigoski, which is part of the Fallen series as well. It's called The Fallen End of Days 3. Another one by Cynthia Hand is called Unearthly, which is that one. Which is with the Clara one. I forgot what that was. That should have been in part of it, but wasn't. We have... I can't read that, so I give up on that one. Next we have the author Claudia Gray. So this is called Afterlife. This is part of the Evernight series, which is this one. Claudia Gray Evernight, which is, it says, Bianca wants to escape. She's been uprooted from her small hometown and enrolled at Evernight Academy, an eerie gothic boarding school where the students are somehow too perfect, smart, sleek, and almost predatory. Bianca knows something doesn't fit in. Then she meets Lucas. He's not the Evernight type either, and he likes it that way. Lucas ignores the rules, stands up to the snobs, and warns Bianca to be careful, even when it comes to caring about him. But the connection between Bianca and Lucas can't be denied. Bianca will risk anything to be with Lucas, but dark secrets are fated to tear them both apart, and to make Bianca question everything she's ever believed. So the books in that series are Evernight, Afterlife, which I just showed you, Hourglass, and Stargazer. I know there is probably a theme to all these books, but I don't care. They interest me, hence why I've read them all. The next author is Kate Tiernan. I don't know how to pronounce that very well. It's called Immortal Beloved. So after some of the events I've witnessed, I felt like I was a shell with nothing alive left in me. I hadn't been going around killing people, but people were hurt. The memories just kept trickling in like rivulets of fresh acid dripping into my brain until I wanted to scream. It was in my blood, I knew. Then we have Darkness Falls, and that is an Immortal Beloved novel, so that's part of that one. And the last author that I have is Veronica Roth, and this is the Divergent series. So this is 16-year-old Tris is forced to make a terrible choice in a divided society where everyone must conform. Tris does not fit, so she ventures out alone, determined to discover where she truly belongs. Shocked by her brutal new life, Tris can trust no one, and yet she is drawn to a boy who seems both threaten and protect her. The hardest choices lies ahead. And then the second book to that is Insurgent. And this has been a massively long video, probably, but that is my book collection, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new, please hit that big red subscribe button down there, and click the little bell next to it to get notified every time I post a new video. I post videos every Monday and Friday. I do weekly and weekend vlogs, as well as normal videos. I would love to have you a part of my little YouTube clan, so please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye.